Howdy. So it's 6 tracks are done, and I'll, in a moment, kind of walk you through track 6, which is called Asleep in the Psych Loan. But at the end of 6 tracks, we're in uncharted territory because I haven't written anything for the last 3, and I know that I would like there to be 9 tracks on the album. So maybe you'll get even more insight into the creative process. I think what I'm going to do for track number 7 is try to record the process as it goes. And you can see snippets of me attempting to put something together from scratch. Maybe that'll be fun. We will see. With that, let's talk a little bit about track 6, which is Asleep in the Psych Loan. So let's talk about this track a little bit in terms of construction. I really look at this as being 3 parts. So what we've got is we have, part 1 is intro, and then you've got verse, chorus, verse, chorus. Boy, that's really unique, but whatever. And then we've got a bridge in the middle, which sort of takes the accelerator off this, and it's an accelerated song. And then the third part where you push back down on the accelerator pedal. A lot of drums on this one. So a lot of different drum tracks. This one is one I've assembled. This is put together with the addictive drums, as are these 2, and then there's a battery track in there. For percussion, I'll use whatever I can get my hands on, be it samples that I chop up, be it things out of addictive drums that I chop up, like this one, or that I play on addictive drums or find online, whatever. Right now, although it may not last, I've got everything going through a drum bus, but that one may not last depending on how I feel about it. I've got a couple of pieces in there that I would call sweetening, one of which is this mellotron, which is out of Arturia, and another one is a set of bells in the bridge vocal, which is out of Expand. The synthesizer I played off my iPad, and then a whole bunch of guitars. Like everything else you may see that I show you, what I learned is that I try to start out of a template and then remove things. So every time I start a song, I have a template, and then the things I don't need, I pull out or I add. And so for me, the guitars are in red, the synths are in purple, the sort of instruments that are in the box are brown, and then certain other types of instruments that like pianos and bells and those kinds of things end up being yellow. Drums are blue. If I pull a sample out, I may just leave it in gray. And vocals are green. So that's how it's all constructed to get me that 6 minutes of music. To give you a quick feel for it, you can hear the drums, and they build all the way up to the bass, which starts out. This is my Mustang bass, by the way. And then you'll see the synthesizer start sort of its drone. And then the Jazz Master will kick in. And that's all building up towards the first vocal. Anyway, then for the chorus, I actually add another guitar in there to sort of punch up the chorus a little bit. So here comes the chorus. I'm my own guitar band, what can I say? And then adding one more thing, which is the mellotron behind verse number 2. And that kind of supports the lyrics a bit, but it also, again, it continues to sort of up the intensity until we get to the bridge. And when you get to the bridge, it all drops off the cliff. Here we go. This is the J45, and it is absolutely the perfect guitar for this kind of thing because it's got a big body and a big sound. You can hear the radio kick in a little bit, the Oz, which I got off of Expand. So, again, sort of all building up, and then in comes the toms. So that's sort of the build-up to when we get to the bridge vocal itself, and then it all drops, sort of the accelerator gets pushed back down here. This is the end of that acoustic section, and then we start back up again. Bass, guitar, and synthesizer. And then that leads into verse number 3. And it just, finishes up there. There's a bit of other stuff going on, but, realistically, it's a relatively simple 3-part song. This is coming in, this is going to be track number 6 probably, coming in right after Binary and hopefully waking you up a bit. This is entering into, you might call it, side 2 of the album. Maybe you found this interesting. I learned when I was learning how to record that one of the important things is to understand your song structure as much up front as you can do. You may go back and forth and add, pauses and whatnot. So you see I've got all these rulers that kind of tell me when things are going to be happening. And I'll move them around and, frequently I'll go, man, I really need a pause there, and sort of have to cut and clip and whatnot. But having that song structure up there really allows me to get a feel for the flow. I would say that this is much closer to a pop song structure than most of the things that I do. A pop song, it tends to be verse, chorus, bridge, and verse or verse chorus after that. And so this is very much like a pop song in its construction, although it may not sound like one. Hopefully you found that interesting. If so, leave me a note. Other than that, cheers.